Hi, hello, welcome on in. Hope everyone's having a good week, or has had a good week, or is having a good time if you're watching this in the VOD. Either way, I hope it's a good one. So, today's stream is gonna be fun, something fun. It's PowerWash Sim, but a couple of things have changed since the last time I streamed this game. First of all, I'm no longer running the PS4 version. I'm now running the PS5 version of this game. So, it might look a little better. It might run a little better. But, because of that, from my understanding, save data isn't exactly compatible between the two versions. So, it's a fresh start for me. So, you know, starting from the beginning. Again. It'll be fine. It won't take me long to build all that back up. It's fine. So, yeah, gonna do that. First time streaming with the new hardware. So, you know, kind of excited for that. You know, just gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fun all around. We're gonna have fun. And you know, wash things for reasons that I don't remember if we're explicitly given in this game, but you know, nonetheless, we're having fun. So let's get to it. Let's have some fun, and yeah, just we chilling tonight. We just chilling. Okay, I gotta unmute the peeps. Hello.
Hello.
Bonjour.
G'day.
Bonjour.
Oh, hi, Storm. I'm gonna have to back up.
Bonjour.
Okay. I'll send out an invite in just a moment here. I gotta get like. I got the game open. I just don't remember if there was any tutorial shit I need to sit through.
What's being played?
We're playing
PowerWash.
PowerWash Sim PS5 version.
Oh, rip. I don't have PS5.
The PS5.
The PS5.
The piss.
I don't have a.
Yeah, piss.
Yeah, piss.
Okay, probably
Alright,
too late
now
to go here.
Also,
that's how I successfully got kicked out of the Khajiit speakeasy.
Also, I want to make this announcement while I have everybody here.
You're gay?
Well, what else is new?
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch.
No, this is good good news. I'm currently looking around with the help of a couple of friends online, looking at getting a new model.
Yo.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
The time will soon be upon us when I shed this cloth that I have been wearing for over a year or so, and put on some nice new fresh threads and some new drip. Yeah, there you go. Start career. That's 1 to 2. Spectra, were we doing career before?
Yes.
Okay, we were doing career before.
Yeah, but here you're talking about getting new clothes, and I was just thinking, it's like, what words do the kids use to try and talk about brand new clothes? That's how I felt hearing you trying to talk.
Drip.
What's up, fellow kids?
I only have.
Estimating
I only got one more left.
I forget.
That's an iCarly meme, isn't it? Isn't that an iCarly meme?
Hold on, I gotta I gotta mess with the. I gotta mess with the. There's motion controls in this game.
What's that?
Sensitivity. I want to turn up the camera sensitivity, but I don't know where the camera sensitivity is.
I'm using tilt controls.
Okay.
What else
Lol
is
gets tilted.
I wanna figure this out before I invite anybody.
I'm using tilt controls.
You've got a good gap to Rika, so you're gonna win
Yeah, I
this.
really locked in and set some really good laps, and she got caught up in traffic.
Control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
but, like,
controller and
yeah, but
controller
fast-
sensor cursor? What's the difference?
isn't the cursor the thing that's like on the middle of the
That'd
controller?
be your menu.
Yeah,
So.
the cursor's fine.
Lost about a second, but I got time I can spare.
Oh, hang on.
As long as I don't
Controller
lose any more
sensitivity.
significant
1
time like
second.
that. I say that as I fucking missed the apex by 5 miles.
Hold on, let's turn up controller sensitivity and see what that does.
What the hell?
Absolutely fuck all, apparently.
Did you?
Yeah, you say that now, and then you.
Fuck off.
You went to sleep at the tail end of the night.
Yeah, why not? I need to figure out how.
Because when I got there, it's already day.
I don't need to change my field of view or anything. Aim mode toggle. That's fine. I think I had it set to toggle before.
And don't spin it.
And that is gonna be win number 2. Fuck yeah.
Ooh,
Hell yeah. Good
nice.
job.
See,
Oh,
my
First
boy
2 in a
Isaac in
row
fourth.
with 2 seasons.
And there's the line.
9 volt. Eh.
Oh my
It's
god.
fun to see.
I hate this so much.
Oh my right foot. Okay, this chair's sitting too high for my rig.
Right foot?
Yeah,
mean,
maybe you need
Oh
to
my.
lower the chair a bit or raise the.
It's at its lowest.
Oh,
gonna have to
it
get
does
something
do
for the
something.
It's gotta be
Okay.
good.
Hold on. Let me
Can
get my
this skeleton finally die?
I-
let me
Button
turn
up
my
the
music
door.
on.
And Samantha Lewis continuing the trend of rookie winners in Hypercar. Team Omega also grabbing a 1-2 finish. GM having a solid day, a win and a podium. 2 cars in the top 10. But if there's any team that I think deserves the award for we dealt with a lot of shit and we somehow finished decently, Midnight Rose Motorsports. The Han's in
Yeah.
the top 10, Roseland's in the top 10. Yeah, Felice is out, got wrecked. I don't know where Sylvie is, but Roseland and DeHaan did very well.
Okay, I need to
Bet for
invite
Felice.
a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Let me invite. Select
You got
player.
4 Porsches in the top 10 with Armand, Josa, P. Fox, and a car.
Okay, you should get
The
that
only Porsche outside
invite.
the top 10 was Chapman. Got to definitely lose championship lead after this. If I had to guess, it's gonna go to Maria.
You got a 1x there, so
Fuck.
I need to
finished the
re-unlock
race, girl.
everything.
Damn it.
I need
I know how the controls work, game. You don't have to explain everything over. Oh, I hate that. I hate the duck hunt aiming mode.
Oh.
No, there's like an aim mode if you hit up on the D-pad. If you use the right stick, it does this thing. Like,
Alright,
it's not so
I'm
bad
gonna
if
go
you're
grab some
just
water.
doing a wall, but like...
Alrighty. And
then
it's
see
stewarding
what
time after that. That was a crazy race. That was a
Yo, wait.
fun.
This tree that I grew, it spawned with a beehive. Yo, it's so hype.
But yeah, I'm absolutely excited. I can't say for sure how quickly I can get a new model up and going, because I'm not going through the same artist as last time, because Art Dad is too busy nowadays. I have to go through someone
Yeah.
else. So, like, I'm basically at square one when it comes to looking for an artist. And I need to find one that does art and rigging.
What do you, the viewers, think?
Why do you keep doing that?
Because it's funny.
Because Jax is the funny one. Ekum bokum, ekum bokum, ekum bokum.
Come and have a go.
What the fuck? Man, it'll be so much fun to re-unlock everything with my power washing company friend, Spectra. Who's just here for the ride at this point.
I mean, we all
It's basically almost done with the entire thing itself. A PS5 version.
Well, it's mostly because, like, I can't carry the save data over from the PS4 version for some reason.
Yeah, because both games and both versions have their own.
Like, it's the
Save
same
file,
game. You'd think it would work, but, like, no. Clearly, this game dev was like, yeah, we could do that, but no. Hooray! I got a trophy. It's just us running around a van. I got money. Now to clean someone's back garden. How do we explain this? Lore-wise, everything got a hard reset.
Because you started with a new company.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Someone stole the old company and now you're starting over.
You
Then
you
it's time for Los
you
Pollos
transferred-
Hermanos.
You transferred location.
We need a
Okay.
Breaking
Yeah.
Bad DLC where you can clean off meth.
Oh,
Sage,
Do you
what
use
the
power
fuck?
washer for that, or do you just use your nose?
Thank you for
Use
tuning
power
in to
washer for that, or do
Screen.
you do it with your nose?
Are we doing a get banned on everything speedrun today?
Jesse.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, that time with the magnets.
Is that one of the ones you cleaned up with a power washer, or you just vacuum it up with your nose?
That's gotta be one powerful nose if you're sucking up an entire garden's worth of that shit.
Big schnoz.
A big schnoz.
You know,
I spent all the money I earned from the last job on a new outfit. Because who needs better
Alright, well,
gun when you
I'm gonna
can
read
have
something.
better drift? I'm doing so good for this company.
Oh,
I will be
Yeah,
right
welcome
back.
we are gonna do something. You here.
Man, Fido's got a nice new clean house. Fido's gonna be so happy. A happy Fido's a good Fido.
D1 Pang once again wheeled it into the points, but she had enough. She had the face to win this race. I feel really bad for her. If she would have just gotten her qualifying, whether she possibly would have been challenging for the race.
Also, hold on. Spectra, you're seeing this, right? Everything out here is dirty except for the house. How is the house spotless?
Okay, we're gonna go through the field. Starting with Chapman was last in GP.
God, the way you were saying that made me think, move that bus.
Okay, we're gonna take a look. Why?
Lap 8. Oh, lap 8.
I think. Ooh, yeah, lap 8.
8 laps is not that many laps in.
Yeah, she is the defending winner of this race.
I will say, this version plays a little bit smoother.
I need to move my pedals here. They're getting in the way of my feet.
I think it might have been at the first corner or something.
Yeah, we're just backtracking and... God damn it.
Yeah.
Fucking pedals catching the long-ass headset cable.
Trauma bonding!
Let it go, bitch.
Tronding, as they call it.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm getting back into the groove.
I think you might have gone past it backwards.
I will say, every time I go to stream this game, I have to relearn the controls. And then once I do, I'm like into a rhythm.
She's doing well. She's doing well. I don't see anything. Where'd I put my water?
Water,
What?
where'd you go? Fence post is now clean. Honestly, at this point, I'm just, like, sporadically cleaning whatever I'm near. And right now, that's this entire fence.
Alright, I'm back. Miss anything?
Yeah, we came up with new
Not
lore
yet.
for our PowerWash streams. Old company went under due to mismanagement issues, so we're starting fresh with our own new company, even though the old company was our own company. Let's not think about the semantics of that. Let's not think about how we might have potentially run our own company into the ground.
She just kind of... yeah, there wasn't any contact.
No, you know what we did? We let Jeff take over financing. And he spent a whole bunch of money on world domination plans.
There she was. Probably because I'm in practice with dumbass. Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Okay,
Suffice it to say, there is no longer a Jeff from accounting in this company.
Okay, lap 9 is gonna be the
And then
first.
lap 11 as well, like, fuck.
And in lap 1, there we go. See, I'm helping.
Check my notepad.
What happened to Chapman?
Everybody's really backing up. I think she's right behind.
Any posting
Han,
for
she's doing pretty well.
any posting that I have to do for that, I'll do after stream if I remember to.
Okay, let's fast forward just a little bit. She's just...
We have our fun with our
there
little
was a-
collaborative writing things.
We're gonna hold on. There's
Look away for
okay.
1
This
second.
is what
That
happened
was
to
rain.
Jasmine.
Rain and
Ooh.
Jazz.
Spencer.
What happened?
Rain and Spencer.
What happened?
Okay, Spencer just kind of sends it, gets really loose on the inside, catches it, and then loses it again, and then just damages Jazz's car. Oh,
I think
Jazz is gonna rejoin in a busy ass track.
They did what to my girl?
She got bumped wide. Okay, she's
Tell, point where on the car they hit.
safe join lane. Okay.
I will destroy the entire world.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? That's pretty cool.
For that, it's hard because
Yeah, Wave
Spencer
got loose,
did lose
bumped-
control.
Spencer, sorry. Spencer got loose, bumped her and caught it, and then got loose again.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So-
iRacing snap over.
And then boom, a second hit on the
Okay,
side.
hold on. So he spun out, tried to catch it, hit another driver, and then did it again.
Got loose,
He,
caught
he
it,
s-
and then
he
just
slid the
spun it.
rear end a bit, and caught it after it bumped another car, and then he spun immediately again and hit the same car.
This was hard because, like, the first hit, if that would have been significant, like, that would have been like a racing incident, probably. But it's like, it's because he loses control that this accident really happens.
I know this is not the point, but I like the color scheme on Jazz's car.
I know.
Well, it's
I
great.
picked
Watch
it
keep
out.
going.
I picked it out. It was like, it was like I want it.
Yeah,
Green and orange go so well together.
this is hard.
Looked a little more
This one's
red to me,
hard.
but yeah, I liked it.
Because,
And that yellow-black one beside it. That's
yeah, the
also
Black
nice.
Hornet Cadillac.
Yeah, I got that nice aposematic black and yellow. That's when you know a car's got some venom.
Venom.
I'm just gonna call it, like, no, it's probably warning to Spencer, but I'm he'd be given
I
the
thought
most
Spencer
major
only
hit.
cooked.
Ha!
See, what happens when we let Spencer cook is Spencer's happened.
I mean, he made tea,
Yeah.
so...
Oliver Spencer, not gonna get a penalty. I think that was just self-punishing to me. But we're
Yeah,
looking
because from
on
what it
board,
sounds like
Chapman.
on my end is, it was simply just an accident.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
I love how anyone that watches me might not have any context, and I'm just sitting here going, "It's fine." I'm just
Oh,
engaging
what the
in this.
hell?
What the heck?
It's okay,
What
Well,
the
we know
hell?
why Solus was out.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Solus comes. Oh no. He jumps on the inside of that's Ocasio. And he just loses out on the inside of Ocasio and then backs up the track. This is the big hypercar incident.
Damn,
Goblin
dude.
into the back of that. Goblin into the back. I think that was Ryder. Was that Ryder in the Mustang?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was Ryder's Mustang.
Because it looked like he hit the Mustang.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We're going
his
after
perspective- we got
goblins
his
today.
perspective. So this is the big stack up.
No, see, I'm excited to stream Skyrim off of this, because, like, PS5 Skyrim
Okay.
just plays so much better than what I've been playing it on.
This would have been a scenario where the yellow would have been called. If where in real life a yellow flag would have been called. That being said, normally this I would say self-punishing. This is the third week in a row Solus has had an incident. He's getting a penalty point. I mean,
Wait, hold on, the
What?
third? Jeez.
third.
Good God.
Isn't this the
He's
third
gonna get a good
race of
talking.
the- isn't
Third
this
race of the
third race
season.
season? Well, I don't. What happened with the first one? Because the first one was when he went to space.
Yeah, and then the second one he clattered the wall at Adelaide. And Rosalind, this is where Rosalind gains a fuck ton of spots.
Rosalind just like,
Han
see ya!
gets around. Yeah, by this point, most everybody's going around the outside.
Around the
Trying to get the
outside,
back
around the
up.
outside.
Heidi gets backed up. Melody gets backed up, Chapman gets backed up, and Dari gets backed up.
They got right
Chapman
back
gets
up.
backed up. And then they're all just fucking trying to navigate. Yeah, this should have been a yellow. I ain't gonna talk about application, but
It doesn't matter about the McLarens because they were going to be at the back anyway.
right. But yeah, and
Yeah.
oh, Solus looked like he was gonna go to the pits and missed it. I am scared he's gonna cause another incident here.
Oh, hi! I haven't seen you in chat in a few streams. How you been? We're just talking about random things that we do, like, as a group of friends, so don't mind if we talk about random things over here.
Hey, you joined?
It's someone that's been in my chat a lot and hasn't been lately. A recent viewer of sorts, yes.
Go back to Chapman's second incident here. We're gonna find her second incident. I think it's just up 11. I think it's just because this is after. So why is there lap 11? We're gonna speed run this.
Speed run. Backwards lung jumps up a flight of stairs.
She probably got She probably got some long-term damage and had to go get it fixed. And I think 25 is just her normal pit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that, like, last time you were in chat, you said you might not be back for a while.
We know what happened in the
You got higher boost at the back.
Yeah, he was doing okay earlier. What the hell happened to Hayabusa? The fact that his race ended on lap 27
that's mildly concerning. That is mildly concerning.
The 27 club.
I was strangely super anxious about dying at the age of 27 because of that.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
The 27. Is there another backup? Oh no, I have a bad feeling.
I've never heard of that before.
Rudolph Reese is about to get clobbered. No. Ooh.
What's this whole thing about a 27?
Another backup. Rosalind gets around. DG gets around.
I'll explain
Storm.
after the distorting's done.
Yeah, I'm going through what it's 27 club.
How'd you make clips at? Jesus.
Yeah, because I would like a little bit of context.
Peter's just rallying. Yeah. Oh.
Actually, I'll just do this.
Oh.
What do you mean? Are you just gonna
I
like
might
post
go
a
and tone
thing
down
somewhere?
The aggression of some of the drive-throughs. This is.
I cleaned a
I mean,
patio.
It's somewhat realistic, other than the stack up, but. Okay. I want to know what happened to Hajime right up the gate.
Hey, Jimmy.
We know what. Because he was super far
Second
back.
lap. Because it happened early on.
Oh, he had the pit.
Celebrities.
What happened?
Wait. There are celebrities that have died at that age?
Hold on. Let's get stack up. Okay, you didn't get contact.
Yeah, you can tell I don't get a lot of that sort of information. Or just like, because like I had no context for what any of that meant.
I mean, I don't either.
Okay, a little bit. Oh, what the hell?
Friday the 13th.
Oh, Blaze, what happened to you, my friend? Wait, that little tiny bump ripped the front end off of Blaze's car. Really?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's racing. You'd be surprised what little damage could do to a car.
That was just a
mostly musician.
Oh,
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, I mean, Blaze is driving a Ferrari, so it's gonna break when you.
Kendra gets pushed out wide by Suki. Suki's trying to
I feel like that's
maintain.
more of a statistical anomaly than anything.
It basically is.
Yeah, but I have OCD,
One-
so that shit. So that's.
One
Yeah.
I had a thing.
and Hollywood like to hyperfixate on that, so
Yeah, but Hollywood hyperfixates on literally anything.
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna watch the whole. Too.
Hell, they
Why
got
did
mad that
you-
Iron Lung did so well because they didn't make it, and they're getting, like, showed up by Markiplier of all
Did
people.
he get suspension damage from that little bit of iRacing, you really need to address your damage model. Oh, wow. Hold the phone.
I can't hold a phone, I'm holding a controller.
Looks like
Hold the
green light
controller in your
and
phone.
everyone.
I'll hold the
Blaze
calculator.
got bent out of shape.
You
a
can't
little
hold
bit.
my phone, it's on
Got
my
caught
desk.
out. Oh, we're having some typical Monza Turn 1 shenanigans here a little bit.
Ooh, I love shenanigans.
Yeah, they're going really slow. I mean, there's 56 cars charging into this corner. Nobody's dead, so that's good. Yeah, he just pits for no fucking reason.
Hell,
Reese, I think
shenanigans
you
is
know-
why I still play Skyrim on stream, let's be real.
Peter finished surprisingly high, given the fact that
Yeah, isn't he one of the
everyone
drivers that
below-
got, like, transferred in after, like, the 2-week thing?
But he still finished a lap down. Everyone, 13th and below, were a lap down.
That's just, like, a whole skill
Yeah.
thing, then. Like, he's just that correct, then.
13th on down, I wonder, there's a lot of these drivers, I'm gonna look around for slow.
Maybe they got caught up in the two.
I've never had to wash a table
Oh,
this
five
deeply
speed.
before.
That must be it. They, with that many cars a lap down, it likely was that. But I got caught up. Williams did actually pretty well.
If you did turn on like more detailed incident things, would that also mark laps for spectating or no?
Probably not. It's a separate app. I will. I'm gonna fuck around with it this weekend and see if I can maybe get something to work. Sundari. He's already in the pit, but for a 4-minute stop. Sometimes it just looks like iRacing's AI just like they get the most minor contact. Is this where? Oh yeah, this is another. This is the big Solus stack up.
Because Solus was first, wasn't it?
I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know how I
And who
am
was the
doing this.
Second one to stack up.
The second stack up, I believe, was CK Hayabusa on lap 27.
I don't know how I'm doing this. Spectra, help.
A
I
second
think
hype.
I've broken physics.
A second hypercar has spun at Parabolica.
Yeah. As far as who gets that incident, he just sent it from too far back. That's
God, I want to see the replay of me doing this. Yeah, I'm doing the I'm like pushing against the umbrella so I don't fall. But like I'm weirdly floating
the,
as
I'm
a
going to
result of
film
it.
my sh-
I have broken physics. I am a god. They worship me.
What about now?
Okay,
Fuck
that's
you.
fair.
I don't worship any. I'm not gonna worship you. Go away.
God, I want to see the playback on that, because that'd be really funny.
Oh, fuck this.
That was Yoshiro being a god. I mean, to be fair, I am descended from Amaterasu, so, you know. I'm kind of like a
If it-
god.
If it is accurate, I believe I'm a descendant from the original proper Robin Hood character person.
I'm
Holy
just
shit,
dead.
really? Which one? The Disney one that's a fox, or,
Like the actual person that the story of Robin Hood is based off, I believe. I'd have to double check, but that's what I've heard.
I love how I point out the furry one, and the furry is laughing at that.
And to be fair, who wouldn't want to be played by Robin Hood?
And that's a bonking.
Ah, yes, Banjo-Tooie Atlantis.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. It's super peaceful. I don't have it playing very loud, because, like, I've had it play louder on previous streams, and then YouTube would bonk the VOD for the copyright claim on that shit. And I don't want to put up with it. Hell, I think the last time I got claimed for anything on a VOD was when we were playing Castle Crashers, but, like, it gets claimed, but, like, the copyright holder doesn't care, because, like, you know, it's in the game, so, like, you know, they're just chill with it.
It'd be nice if shit like that could get properly sorted.
I still will never forgive the whole Ocarina of Time staff credits thing. I will never understand why I got claimed for that both times. Because, like, the claimant was using a version that they were just singing over. It was still the same.
Or you rebuke it, and that's where you fight back at it. And if they claim it again, you take them to court, and then you kill them. Wait, what?
No, and it's funny, because, like, I found that video that it was being claimed from, and, like, a bunch of people who have streamed and posted videos about Ocarina of Time with that song in it were, like, in the comment section, just going, hey, could you, like, not claim for this? Thanks.
That's where you just go to YouTube and just say, no, this was not a proper claim. He's not going to take it off. He's clearly just abusing the copyright system. Just go to YouTube.
I mean, right.
Hopefully that's something that can be done. But...
I mean, it's been so long that, like...
the whole thing.
It's been so long that
if he doesn't respond, then it gets taken off. He's gonna, and eventually he would have to be willing to go to court to defend that, and that's not his copyright to defend.
Yeah, that's Papa Nintendo's.
And there's someone that would definitely do something about it.
Because, like, when I started streaming, the first game I streamed was Ocarina of Time. Like, the very first thing I did was, like, as a Twitch streamer, was just play through all of the 3D Zelda games I had access to. And I did them in release order.
Hey, no FP9.
It was such a fun time. It took like a year and a half or so of streaming to get through all of that, too. And, like, I'll admit, I almost cried at the end of all that. Because, like, it had become an integral part of my channel for a long time. And to finally be done with it was, like, this bittersweet feeling. And then I just started streaming whatever the hell was, like, on my mind. And now I'm just, like, streaming a ton of Skyrim. I mean, if there's anything I would be a content creator for, it would probably just be Skyrim challenge runs. Because, like, I fucking love Skyrim. It was also the first time I beat Master Quest was on stream. So I got to share that with my viewers as well, which was nice. God, I remember when I went through Majora's Mask. I had to stream the Nintendo Switch Online version because I didn't have access to, like, any other version at the time. Ooh, wait, you know what I could stream one day? Because I streamed Ocarina of Time. I could stream a ROM hack of that shit. Because I know of one ROM hack that I could probably dedicate one stream to, because it's long enough to be one stream. Zelda 64 Dawn and Dusk. I'd have to get it set up, but I could totally do it. It would be like a nostalgia thing for me a little bit, because, like, yeah, it's a ROM of an existing game.
I think you'd have to beat Zelda Sapphire and Zelda Ruby first.
Ooh, you know what else I could do? There was a really big Zelda 64 ROM hack that came out like a year ago that like a bunch of people played. It was like Sands of Time or something. And it has a System of a Down song in it.
Oh.
Am I just looking at the wrong one, trying to find Punchime?
Hey, Jimmy.
We'll be in the GP class.
Oh.
I'm doing it again. I am floating again. Oh, 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 okay.
There he is. Okay, I did go past his name.
Ah. Okay, this one's a little harder to do it with, but...
Hey, congratulations, Shiori is no longer last in point.
Hooray!
That's solo now.
Solos just can't take a fucking break.
Right?
Considering this is the third week in a row for that. Oh.
He's not doing it on purpose.
Well, no, because, like, every time is an accident, obviously, but, like...
Right.
It's just not a good season for him so far. God, no, you know what part of my channel history I'll always be, like, pretty nostalgic for? When I go to look back on it.
Yeah?
When I streamed Gran Turismo 3 and 4.
Oh, that was fun.
That was a good time. It was a great time.
Well, you could have combined those memories and then streamed GT7.
Yeah, no.
There you go.
Yeah, as a GT7 player, I feel like it wouldn't be up your alley.
See, I streamed 3 and 4 because that had, like, nostalgia fuel for me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I played those when I was younger. Just never to completion. Because kid me was always just like, yeah, I want to goof around and have fun. Because, you know, that's what you do when you play a game. Alright, I want to see myself float. I want to see what that looks like.
I will leave that joke alone.
Oh god. It happened so fast, but like, I was not... Like, my feet were not planted on anything.
So, floating then.
Yeah, I was essentially floating. Let's tackle the bungalow. Because that's gonna get me more money for more equipment.
Alright.
Ooh, Isaac and Arnold.
Yeah, Isaac P2, Arnold P3.
Arnold.
Granted, it's a pretty wide gap because of my 2 wins, but there are 7 more races to go. It is nowhere close to being over.
Okay.
And next up is the second new track on the schedule.
Oh, I need to get
the
more...
Nürburgring.
I forget that there are
Nürburgring circuit,
star
not the Nordschleife.
thresholds for this.
Is it the GP or the full Nordschleife?
GP. I am not sending these hypercars around the Nordschleife.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That was one track I hated when I played through Gran Turismo 4.
So I will say, to force myself to learn it, I will be planning an exhibition at the Nordschleife for the GT3 cars. I don't know how I'm going to do entries, but I really want to do that because that's
Just do it. Just do what they do with the Hunger Games. Put a bunch of names into a bowl, and then like pull and draw them, and be like, "May the odds be ever in your favor."
I want to hurt you.
Oh, you mean like Goblet of Fire as well?
Oh yeah, they did do that in Goblet of Fire, but instead of a bowl, it was a goblet of fire. Wow, that was not a very creative title for that. I think my favorite meme from that will always be how the book says that Dumbledore said something calmly, but in the movie he is absolutely not calm.
Gotta say?
Like, man is not calm about any of that. Man had no chill. See, if you think about it, we're also doing good for the environment out here. We're watering plants and getting out into beautiful nature.
Yeah, Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. It's gonna be. I'm actually gonna go change it to the WEC layout because it has a much better chicane.
Isn't like the first turn of the GP circuit like a huge choke point? Or was that like a different game?
Yes, it can be.
Hard right. It's a very hard right-hand turn hairpin.
Yeah, and like early on, that
It's
can
wide
be a choke
enough
point.
to where a. It's wide enough where a bunch of cars can fit, but that's also the problem. It's long, slow, and wide. So everybody thinks they can gain a bunch of spots, and then it just ends up stacked. Even in real life, they get stacked up there.
Like it bottlenecks so hard.
It bottlenecks so hard. We're gonna and I remember league racing around there. That was where I got my first top 5 outside of rookies, I think. Or was that in rookies when I got my first top 5?
Actually,
I
don't remember.
I think I'm a bit better at Nordschleife than I am at GP. And I don't even really know Nordschleife that well. I've just raced it so many times in so many different games. I've got a general idea of how the track runs.
Also,
I feel like I'm the opposite.
Whereas the
League racing really forced me to learn the GP circuit.
Also, you know what I find?
Turns on the GP,
What
I'm
I've-
just not a fan of.
You know what I found on like YouTube Shorts that's really funny is like BeamNG compilations of like streamers that like will have a whole wheel set up for that, and like they'll pretend they're in an actual car, so when they drive off a cliff, they like ragdoll themselves realistically.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. Boy,
It's so
Carbide.
funny. Like, it's
One
the
of my
funniest
favorites is
thing.
one guy was driving around in BeamNG with a wheel, and he spun, he had to reverse, so he put it in reverse, and then he looked over his shoulder.
No, I think I've seen that one.
I've shared it because someone else mentioned it.
Oh, you take care,
No,
Youth.
I
You have a
just
good one.
disconnected my sim.
Get them good heaps.
Right. But I see the rookie Miata Cup
Miazda.
is that Charlotte
Miata.
Speedway. Oh, Charlotte with the that's gonna be a wreck fest.
When a cat girl tries to say Mazda but meows mid
That's
sentence.
not Wreckfest. I'm playing Wreckfest.
Are you though? Ah, yes, I should hydrate.
Can't be much worse than the fucking production car challenge at fucking Summit where twice.
That was good water, thank you.
So are you going to do the Miata race?
The Miazda.
Not tonight. The thing with this, like those big major race like this, is it wipes me out. Because
I mean, I can imagine you're running that with like a pretty good wheel.
Well, it's not just that. It's just like when I come to sit down and do, I treat my prep for this type of race like I would do a lead. You know, so I'm more intently focused. I'm taking it very seriously, and it's also our practice and qualifying, and then an hour of a race. So it's 2 consecutive hours where I'm just in the rig the entire time.
Kind of reminds me of like, because like I know it's not the same driving like IRL with, but like driving for multiple hours at a time. It actually is tiring.
When I do a long trip, I'll stop halfway through to stretch, get like food and drink.
Yeah, like, yeah. I try to do that when I can. Because, like, Wolfy gets stiff pretty easily from just sitting in one spot for too long.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to get up and stretch.
Yeah, get up, stretch. Get them joints all nice and loose.
Okay, so just Missouri. You've got just under 12 hours until the start of the Bathurst 12-hour.
Okay, so I'll be able to watch actually the majority of that tomorrow. On YouTube for free.
Speaking of
Corvettes there have been really off the pace. I do want. I did.
Oh yeah, good idea. Stretch game. Oh, and I just popped something. Ooh.
I am gonna. Since I got my back pay for my raise today.
That felt nice. That was great.
Glad I could help.
I am gonna go ahead and buy myself one track.
Actually, no. You know what I'm looking forward to for streaming? When I go to do the next Skyrim Survival run, because that's like a Friday stream thing that because like of the last time. It's gonna be funny just like doing that run and having everybody just going nuts and being all memey with it. Again, I'm not spoiling what that run's gonna be live on stream, but if you know what I'm planning, then you know what I'm planning.
Keep that.
Because I have spoken about it offline, what I planned on doing for that run.
This is gonna be
a rogue with war axe.
Yeah, no, see, Revenge said it. Rogue with war axe, there you go.
I am now the proud owner.
Ruined the surprise. Ruined the surprise for me. And for everybody watching.
Barbarian with bow.
Barbarian with just like barbarian orc with a bow. Actually, I kind of did something like that with my Orc Berserker run. She had a crossbow for range combat, because you know, dragons are a thing.
Nah, just
Guys.
use the crossbow as
Hey.
a melee weapon.
Guys,
So
What's up?
I am now the proud owner of Bathurst Mount Panorama and iRacing.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Why do you think they call it Mount Panorama?
Because that is the name of the mountain. It is Mount Panorama by the town of Bathurst.
Why did I hear Panorama and think of the song Panama? That is not right.
I know some iRacing
Panorama
are
by
going to
Van
be
Halen.
going.
Panorama. Dun dun.
So
We're
yeah.
gonna- Okay, I saw. Okay, Rainmaster's going to Bathurst next week, but that's Rain in GT3 and D-Class and Terror at Bathurst. No, that's not happening. Hey, I'm more scared of getting wrecked by somebody who just coming out of fucking rookies going, hey, I can do a GT3 series, and oh god, it's raining, and then just fucking wiping out on the top of the mountain and stacking up the field.
Right.
Oh, okay, rookies, the BMW M Power Challenge is at Bathurst next week. So that's in D class. That might be interesting. I think that's the BMW M2. BT4 is around Algarve. I love that track, but I don't own it. I miss him.
Actually, I got so many, like, future Skyrim run ideas that I might do a poll on, like, the main Discord server. The Spirit Forest server. To see, like, alright, these are the runs I have planned. Which one do you want to see me do first?
So it's probably going to end up being the BMW M Power Challenge for me next week.
Which build do you want to see me suffer with first?
And I don't have Brands Hatch, so I can't do the production car challenge, unfortunately, unless I want to buy Brands Hatch, which it's a fun track, but that would be purely for the online element. T-Star Virtual is also out. There's a lot
Sorry, but
going on
could
out
you
there.
imagine the big endurance thing that we do at Brands Hatch? Like,
That would be awful. That would be
Okay,
awful.
hold on. I think I need context here. How bad is this Brands Hatch?
It's not that it's a bad track. It's
tiny.
It's a small track. GT3s are the fastest thing you want to take around there. The hypercars would just be too fast. It would be a wreck fest.
And especially with the fact, like, will it be 50 plus cars as well? Like,
Oh
Yeah.
god, that sounds awful.
Brands Hatch is way too small of a track for us.
no, Brands Hatch Club.
Oh,
Oh no.
I don't have any context for that, and even I think that sounds awful.
That's the smaller version of an already small track.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I don't know how popular this global sports car challenge by Fanatec is, because it features a couple of older cars, but it's at Watkins Glen. I might look into that, because that might be a fun way to spice up my racing diet a little bit. I'm just having some fun just like spicing up my racing diet with some of these D-class races. I don't own all the tracks, and I'm not gonna buy every single track.
This is what I like about us right now. I'm over here build crafting for Skyrim runs. You're over there going, you know what would be cool to race on?
Okay, Algarve might come to the schedule next
And I'm
week.
organizing
I
my
love
test
that
space.
track. When I first drove it in Project Cars 2, that track is so fun. And it's a mainstay in endurance racing now, and I love that.
Oh wow, so looks like the US might be set to pull the plug on stop-start engine systems.
What's a stop-start engine
It's
system?
where the engine automatically stops. Ooh, week 11. Even if I get upgraded to C-Class by
Hold
then...
on, does my car have that?
No.
It's a very more modern thing where, like, basically you pull up to a red light, the engine turns off. The light
Oh,
goes
I
red,
think I
you
know what
take-
you're talking about, because, like, I've driven in the summertime where I'll have the window down, and then I'll hear, like, a car start when the lights turn green at a stop.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what that is?
Yep.
Yeah.
We go. That's
That is so weird. I was always wondering, like, bro, why are you shutting off your car at a four-way stop?
Well,
Okay,
technically, if you're going to be stopping for more than, I think it was 7 seconds. If you're going to be stopping for more than 7 seconds, it is more economical for fuel and emissions and all that to turn it off and then back on.
But it's
But
harder and
if
harder.
it is that true, but all like, yeah. Yeah, it says here that EPA confirmed it will no longer incentivize it under federal emissions rules.
Well, EPA is run by a bunch of by people who don't know what the fuck they're doing because we have a really interesting president in the office. That's all I'm going to say in truth.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
Nah. This
Yeah,
is about cars anyway. Who cares about fruit?
Okay, so week 11. Even if I get my C-Class license, I might do some D-Class racing. GT4 challenge if I Falcon Tire Bathurst. That sounds fun as hell. So GT4 from Bathurst sounds really fun. Production car challenge. Spa Francorchamps. That's gonna be fun. I think that will be fun. Fucking.
Yeah, it's not like saying, hey, don't do this anymore. It's just, you don't have to do this now. But in places like down here in Australia, the rules for emissions and all that are tightening more. So it's going to still be a thing down here. Up until the point where I think they said in the 2030s or something, sometime in that decade, they're going to try and push to have every car that comes brand new from the dealership can only be electric or something like that. Like there's going to be no more combustion. And I think the only way to prevent that would be to bring hydrogen into the mix, but no one's.
Yeah, it still feels like it's a bit of a ways off.
My opinion, invest in public transportation infrastructure.
Yeah.
Make that way better. Make cities more walkable. And if you want to reduce emissions, you want to reduce pollution. That is the best way to do it. If you make a more traversable city on foot and by public transit, with systems that are more robust, that are nicer, that are easier to use, a lot of people are going to opt out of owning a car because why would they want that expense? Car fans like myself would.
It would be cheaper to just do literally any other way at that point.
Yeah, car fans like myself would still get a car because I love cars, but for those who
it's the whole thing, but
it just kind of reminds me of, like, I've been asked at my work, because, like, my work's one of those places that has, like, multiple locations, and there's a location closer to where I am now, and they've asked why I don't just transfer to that one, and I'll tell them, like, because I don't mind, it's still not a long drive to get there. And it's a nicer location.
Fair enough. But just I don't want to go too far into this point here because
I wonder if those people were asking out of curiosity or if they were asking out of hint, nudge, nudge.
Just like trying to low-key get rid of me or some shit.
Electric vehicles. Yes, they're better for the environment. That is no question.
That goes without question, yeah.
And I do think electric vehicles can be cool. I think current automakers make them really fucking boring. But you can make them really fucking
See, that's just kind of the thing about modern, like, I feel like a lot of modern automotive stuff isn't as exciting as it used to be back, like, when they were making stuff, like, that had, like, a cool factor to it.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Like, they still make things with a cool factor to it, it's just not as much.
Anyways, Azura.
Yes.
Here's what I'm gonna say to wrap up my EV point. Electric vehicles are a band-aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah,
absolutely. I hate the people that say that it's the solution. It's
It's not
Yeah, it's
because
It's the tech bros
the-
that sold the
the
solution.
financial and economical environmental cost on producing them, especially the batteries, that's a big one. And the longevity is not that long.
But
However,
because-
what I will say in regards to like just whatever cars you have, the most environmentally friendly car you can have is the car you currently own. Because the instant you change car, you are costing more to the environment.
It's also just the fact that a lot of manufacturers have taken to being like, yeah, we're gonna just make these cars break in like 5 years, and because of the way EVs are built, it's a lot it's a lot harder to repair them. Because automakers are going to try to make money, and they can't make money on parts as much with EVs. So it's like, well, man, you just gotta replace your car every 5 years. It's like but that's really bad that's really bad in general. That's why my advocacy is, first of all, having less cars on the road by use of more public transport
Public
and
transport,
Yeah.
making walking and biking a lot more accessible. But also, but also with that, like, if you for the cars that still are made, they need to be made to last. You know, and that's just doesn't just go for cars. That goes for
No, it
everything.
goes with everything. Everything's moved away from repairing and just straight to replacing. Like appliances, that's
It's
a big
more
thing with
expensive to do
appliances as
that,
well.
though.
Yeah, but
Exactly, and that gives the corporations more money.
a lot
They
of
make more
corporations-
money if you just buy a new one instead of repairing parts. And that's why there's a lot of arguments for wanting people to keep the right to repair.
I work in IT. This is a big thing for me. This is something I am.
You know what that reminds me of? It was a while ago, but a car I previously owned had to go in for, like, I think I had to get an alternator done or something. And the guy that did it, like, nice guy and all, but, like, we were talking about electric cars one day, and he was telling me that, like, he hates doing alternator work on electric vehicles because of, like, where that's located.
You look at any modern vehicle, and it's like maintenance is so difficult on them.
Oh,
That
yeah.
on purpose too. It's done intentionally. It's done intentionally, so you just say either take it to the dealer to fix it, which makes them money, or say fuck it and buy a new car, which is, but. And this isn't just cars. Appliances do this. Fucking computer parts do this. One of my favorite things to do, because Windows 11 coming out was a huge, like, bane in the fucking older computers, because they restricted it to only certain processors and certain parts could even upgrade to Windows 11, even if those systems are perfectly fine and would otherwise be able to run Windows 11. And that's a huge problem, because now that's going to create a fuck ton of e-waste. And my favorite thing to do, I've been getting more into Linux, and I think, especially as Windows 11 moves more into AI bullshit, into so much other crap, that I think anybody that can take a look at Linux, I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to fit all of your needs. It's definitely gotten a lot better over the years. But but I'd at least look at it. One of my favorite things to do, I have somebody in the server here it gave me a couple of old laptops. I've installed Linux on both of them. I don't use them much as right now, but I don't know why I fully intend on doing them right now, but at least with Linux, they were both running, like, one of them was on Windows 10, one of them was on, like, Windows 8. It was old. But it still functions. It still powers on. You can still use it. So why not just install Linux on it? Just install Linux. It's you're now on an up-to-date operating system that still gets security updates, so They're getting that, and for something that's just used to just browse the internet. Because these laptops, neither one of these are going to be gaming laptops. You, you would have to run very lightweight games on these. But these are more for like word processing, browsing the internet, doing basic computer needs. And for those needs, those things are perfect. And Firefox is a pretty good browser, even though they have their own AI crap. Hard to find a browser with that. But I will
it's
probably
really hard to find stuff that isn't like got some AI stuff integrated
There's probably
into
a
it.
fork of Firefox that removes all that crap. Because Firefox is open source, so somebody's
Right.
made a fork of Firefox and says, fuck that shit.
They made a fork for the
It's
Firefox to eat.
It's also built on Chromium.
LibreOffice, I'm gonna be honest, I don't notice a difference with Word. Like, if you can...
Yeah, it's basically just Microsoft Word, but open source, isn't it?
It is
like,
literally just an open source
Because
word
I
processor.
use LibreOffice for writing.
Yeah, I mostly use Google Drive these days, but I am hoping to kind of try to move more into get a home server running, and then use that for backups and use more with LibreOffice and stuff. Like, I enjoy that application, and it's so much more lightweight than any of the Microsoft Office programs. Microsoft Office is so jammed, and you have to have a fucking subscription to use that shit now. It's like, why would I pay a subscription for a bloated product when I can just use LibreOffice or any of the other open source? LibreOffice one is just my favorite. It's just, and also it's like the one that comes in that a lot of Linux systems. It's one of the first things I installed.
I thought about getting like a writing laptop, but like I don't know if I want to do that when I can just do that on my PC.
I will say, I am looking at that too. I'm probably going to take one of these old laptops and use that for a writing one.
Because like, I would love to do writing, like, say if I'm like laying in bed or some shit, and I just have ideas and I can't sleep, like, just turn it on, jot some stuff down, you know?
For me, I want to be able to do writing outside of my bedroom.
Right, like, like getting the whole scenic aspect of laptop writing.
It's more I need to have a change of scenery.
Right.
I do... The bad part about having a small house and having four people living in that house is that you have to be very conscious about your space. My bedroom is where I work, where I sleep, and where I do a lot of gaming. I've been intentionally trying to be out in my living room more, more out in the house, spend time away from my desk. And a laptop would allow me.
It would make that much easier to do, yeah.
Or I could like go out and look at the park or something, and like, oh, it's a pretty day.
It's a pretty day. Let's go out, enjoy nature, and write a book.
Do some writing. And you know, I have a lot of like even today I was working on some backstory stuff for a D&D project, and as much fun as I was having, it's just like I got I got to making dinner. It's just like I'm gonna take myself away because if I don't, I'm gonna be at my desk all fucking night, and I don't want to be.
Wow, I wasn't even done with that section of dirt, and the roof said, "Alright, it's clean." This game sometimes, I swear. A computer too old to handle a 1080p stream. I mean, nothing's wrong with turning down that setting, as long as, like, it's able to run like, I don't run 1080p on a lot of my own video watching.
I do. But that's because I have devices that can run it. But,
like, I could absolutely get away with it, but I don't, because, like, I don't know, I'm running the dual monitor. I like to have, like, when I'm offline, not streaming, and I'm playing a game, I like to have YouTube going on my other monitor. And I'll, like, listen to something while I'm, like, playing ZA or something.
Usually, when I'm, like, gaming at the desk, I usually have Discord on the other monitor, or maybe music or something. I've been trying to get away from using YouTube for music, actually, because I realized I've just been using it and just encouraging myself to play games versus, like, that would encourage me to just be able to listen to the video essay, and that's fine. But there are games I want to play where I want to give my full undivided attention. You know,
Right.
I have set myself out to beat 3 games this year. I hope maybe there will be more, but these are the 3 I absolutely really want to beat this year. And that's The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask,
Great
Celeste, and Gran Turismo 2. At least two of those games I want to give. I need full undivided attention. And
I will say, I will say, this reminds me of a conversation Sage and I had one time, because there was like a good year or so where I was playing Pokemon Scarlet and doing a bunch of like Masuda breeding for starters and doing shiny hunts on there. And I remember him asking, well, how are you doing this? Like, how do you keep yourself doing that? And my answer is always, YouTube helps with that a lot.
Kind of like grinding in an old school Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest game. That shit can fucking wear your mind out.
Here's the thing.
Masuda breeding in Pokemon takes no brain function for me.
I don't like a lot of pointless grinding. Now, when it comes to, like, say, iRacing, there is some grind to, like, doing practice laps and getting better. But that stuff I enjoy because it's not just grind for the sake of, oh, we're just doing this stupidly simple task that I can do with half asleep. This is actively, I'm doing laps over and over and trying to improve my pace, trying to improve, like, there's, when I'm doing practice, I'm trying to analyze, okay, where am I slow, what can I do better, and always trying to improve. That is the type of grind I enjoy, because that's not just grinding for the sake of, like, some reward, or
my streams are only at 1080p. Wow.
So what, it can't be viewed at lower resolution?
I don't know. I'm not... The only way I'm watching anything that I'm streaming is through OBS. And OBS is just, like, projecting that.
Or, say, when it comes to, like, how I like racing in sim stuff. If the race is longer than an hour, I want multi-class involved. Because that turns it from, this is hours of fucking time attack to, okay, we have hours and we have lap traffic to deal with. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy endurance racing. And yeah, like, there's a lot of, like, GT endurances, and those are fine. My favorite ones, though, are, like, the World Endurance Championship and, like, the European Le Mans Series and shit, where there's a multi-class, there's the prototypes in the GT.
Okay, I see.
Where there's
I'm working on the gutter right now.
There's a difference between the classes that are, or, like, one that I don't see a lot of, I think, like, there's, like, SRO GT America, that championship is kind of a farce at the moment. But the British GT does this, where it's GT3 and GT4. That is such an underrated combo. Like, I wish more championships around the world had that, because that is such just, they work incredibly well together.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes.
iRacing doesn't even have a GT3, GT4 multi-class series, and I think that as much as iRacing doesn't need more GT3 series, cut the damn regional series. Why do we have 3 different regional GT3 series? That's kind of silly. Replace those with a GT3, GT4 multi-class series. Like,
I have $1,000 in this game now.
But again, I just love multi-class endurance
Playground.
racing. But when it comes to like grinding in, went off the rails. When it comes to grinding, if it's just like something where I'm doing just the same thing over and over again, it's a brain dead simple task. But it's like, oh, I'm just grinding to get a reward or something. I get
Okay, we
bored
got
of
a
that
medium duty washer.
Yeah, grinding is painful.
Gran Turismo 4, I love that game, and that's still my favorite game.
Hold on.
But grinding for a car for the Gran Turismo World Challenge can go fuck itself.
Okay, so this is the Urban XU2.
Gran Turismo 4 is still my favorite video game because I just love its vibe. I love almost everything about it but that grind. But Gran Turismo 2, I think, has one of the better layouts because you don't have to endlessly grind for a GT World Challenge car. You can usually get one through your playthrough. You can grind it if you want to, and even then, there's so many shortcuts to getting money quickly in GT2. But in a way where, yeah, some people might say it ruins the game. I do self-impose myself to some rules. Where some of Gran Turismo 2's bugs, like for example, the event restrictions unless they're drivetrain and horsepower. Otherwise, the event restrictions mean literally nothing. They're not properly implemented. That's the sort of thing where it's like, you can't... It does open it up to challenge runs where it's like somebody could theoretically beat Gran Turismo 2 with a single car. But in my eyes, like Gran Turismo 4 not having that sort of fundamental bug. Gran Turismo 2 was clearly rushed out the door. Polyphony Digital was pushed by Sony to make that game quickly. And they had to cut out a drag racing mode, which left 2 drag racing cars with no home. They were only good on one track. That's it. And then it left the progression broken. There are in the 1.0 version, there's a save corrupting glitch where if you put too many times in a top speed test, you will brick your save.
Really?
That's in the 1.0 version of Gran Turismo 2. They fixed it in the later releases, which Gran Turismo 2 the A-Spec mod thankfully uses the later release. But also in the 1.0 release of Gran Turismo 2, there's a bug in the endurance races where because of a car edition, somewhere in development, they changed the car list. But what happened, because when in the endurance races, in any of the races, GT2 pulls from a pool of cars. But they're all in like one kind of file. When they removed that one car, it shifted the list over. And what happened is, there's a special stage 11 endurance race with race cars, but some random fucking Citroen shows up. Not a race car, just like a basic bitch fucking sedan that you can find in European streets everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god, that's funny.
But here's the offset of that glitch. There was a Trial Mountain endurance race with cars of a similar, like very low power sedan sports car, or that sort of an entry level race.
Right.
With a chance to spawn a 600 horsepower race car.
Which you could beat.
You can beat it. It takes a lot of skill in your right car.
The problem is they removed the car. All the cars have a number associated to them, and that's how they
and it just shifted everything.
Yeah, that's how they get picked as opponents for races, when randomly picking opponents. But because that car wasn't in, everything got shifted up. I think a lot of the other ones, it's not really that prominent, but it's prominent where you get that Citroen road car, the massive, I want to say GT car race thing.
Yeah, with the
and then you end up with the GT, like GT prototypes, whatever, and then you get a GT race car in with the road cars, that engine.
I believe that was the Vector M12 LM edition. That was. I think I have the 1.0 version of GT2. I want to go and try to beat that car. I'd
have to see which version I've got for the PS1. So I don't know where all my PS1 games have ended up.
I think a lot of people have beat it with like Lotuses and like Miatas and shit.
Yeah.
My favorite car is a Honda S2000. I want to see if I can the S2000 and do it.
I think they choose a light car and try and beat it on pit strategy.
Yeah, and the S2000 can get really light, especially with the racing modification, which would be mandatory for that. You would need it.
Trying to think of like what endurance race I did in GT3 and 4 that was like my favorite, and I can't think of one.
Miata.
I did do the GT3 Miata endurance race on a Friday stream once. It was a lot of fun. I will say it was a lot of fun in GT3 doing the Seattle endurance race with the GT40 road car. Because, like, it doesn't otherwise show up, and it is eligible.
God, I haven't seen that Seattle track in forever.
The Ford GT40, Gran Turismo.
He's there. He's there,
oh.
he's not there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It does show up in that game.
There's a specific Rome race where it's a cheater.
A cheater?
It's not the most egregious, but it's one of the most famous and hardest to beat. You can beat it, but it's excuse the phrase, it's an absolute ball ache to try and beat.
Because, okay, this was a 290 or whatever horsepower event. The GT40 has 305 horsepower.
Okay.
On top of it, and it's like, okay, that alone, 10 horsepower, that alone wouldn't be enough. But the GT40 is incredibly light, has very wide tires, so it's very grippy, and has downforce.
It was basically a race car.
The GT40 road car was nothing more than a fucking...
It's the road version of a race car. It's basically just like...
Road version, as in, they took the fucking race car slightly
so it can be sold.
Yeah, it's about as much of a road car as I am fucking... I don't know. I am an Olympic athlete. We're both human, but... That GT40 road car is that.
The performance is where it differs, essentially.
It's a massive pain in the ass, but it's infamous because it's one of those bugs with Gran Turismo 2, because the game was rushed out the door.
Don't forget Gran Turismo 2 with the impossible tuning and all that.
Or don't forget the fucking physics oddity, where if you set the ride height at the and the rear at the highest and the front at the lowest, the game would think the car is falling, so it would increase your top speed.
God, it sounds like I had it really easy playing 3 and 4.
I am gonna say Gran Turismo 2.
2 is good, but it depends on which version of 2.
Gran Turismo 2, here's what I'm gonna say. It is an incredibly fun game. I actually rank it above Gran Turismo 3 as far as my rankings of Gran Turismo games. It's my favorite GT game. Or my second favorite GT game.
Oh.
I will say, because I did play both of those on stream, I want to say my only real complaint about 3 is just, like, getting started. Like, it's a slog at the beginning.
Okay.
But once you get going, it is so much fun.
The reason I rank GT2 above GT3, Gran Turismo 2 is less of a grind. You're not gonna grind for hours for one car. If you, the races aren't super long in the game. They're not pointlessly long like they are in Gran Turismo 3, especially as you get into the professional league. Gran Turismo 3, and Gran Turismo 2 also have the content to back it up. It was a pretty wide variety. The problem with Gran Turismo 3 is, yes, they upgraded all their car models and track models to be much higher fidelity. So they had to cut back on the amount of content. But instead of making a game that felt like it fit that content, they stretched it as far as they could. And the
Because it was like, because when I say it felt like a slog, I remember early on just like how long it took me to get through that beginner league.
Yeah, part of the problem is you got the length of how long things are, but also the progression in Gran Turismo 3 is very notably very weak. Like, you're winning vehicles that are worse than the vehicles you already have.
And that's just not the case. Gran Turismo 4's prize cars are
They are.
Gran Turismo 2
a lot of them are
pretty
but like, I remember the RSC like grinding to just like get a bunch of those, and then sell them for a ton of money real quickly.
I will be right back.
That being said, these are the Gran Turismo games I've played the most extensively, other than Gran Turismo 7 and 6. And I'm gonna be honest, I put 7 right at the bottom. I do still like aspects of it, and I still do think there could be a solid game underneath, but...
Oh, there's the but.
My problem with the game is that for all it does right, it also does so much wrong.
Which game again?
GT7.
Ah, yeah.
For everything it does right, it also does so much wrong. And
I've watched you play a little bit of that, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I don't know if I could get into this.
The car customization is great. The ability to do custom races with the Sophie AI is really fun. But like the actual single player and I bet I would have a lot more fun if I was playing online, because they have most of the actual progression is progressing through an iRacing style class system or whatever, not really license, but like class system where you increase your ranking. That's probably where the most fun in the game is, but its single player content is lacking. And Gran Turismo, the older games have, for the most part, had very strong single player progression. I will even say, I think even Gran Turismo 6's progression is stronger. And that may be controversial to some people. I will say for Gran Turismo 6, the reason I'm turned off the GT6 is not the progression. I don't like it as much as GT4, but I do think it's an interesting way to handle it. As much as I hate that they got rid of proper endurance racing.
I will say 4 had a pretty good progression from my perspective of it.
I will say Gran Turismo 6 had much easier licenses, and the progression was rather
weak.
It was weak. As with the prize cars as well.
I think I might head out for the night. I gotta wake up early tomorrow for the Valentine's Day plans.
Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Well, you have...
Yeah.
Can you tell I don't celebrate?
Have a good night.
Yeah, I got a dumb fox I want to spend some time with, considering the settlement money came in, and I also might see if I can get Funko at Target too. So, yeah, I'll see ya.
Yeah.
Later. But yeah, what I will say about GT6, the real reason I'm turned off to that game is not the progression, even though it's piss easy. I have a mod that makes it harder. It's the handling. I cannot stand how twitchy that game is.
I don't remember it too well. It's been a while since I've played on PS3.
I will say, from my perspective of GT3 and 4, I loved GT3. A lot of the aspects of it were really fun, but I love how 4 plays a little bit more.
Gran Turismo 4 became the...
4 feels a lot better.
Gran Turismo 4 got a reputation of being the understeer simulator, but Gran Turismo 6 is the snap over steer simulator. The game just, if it's a fairly any lightweight car just tries to murder you. Modifying it's just like, and it's weirdly stiff, but then it's like the old GT3 tire model in iRacing to a worse effect, in my opinion. You have to really underdrive the cars, or they will just snap around on you. I do not enjoy the driving model of GT6. I love looking at the car list in the game. Because it's just so massive. And some of the cars get decent customization, but the progression is way too pissy. It's just the handling of the game drives me crazy. I have never played Gran Turismo 5 in earnest. I do own a copy now. I've just never sat down with it and, like, played it. So that is going to be kind of my next. What's going to be my kind of next?
Something I will say about Gran Turismo 2 and 1. I mean, if they just remade the game with like modern graphics, then they'd make money off that.
Mm-hmm.
But the race restriction seems a bit lax.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty much the only restriction was power.
Yeah.
Memory. And also the prize cars, especially in the second game, most of the prize cars were Japanese cars, so...
Mm-hmm. It's a very heavy Japanese bias.
Imagine doing a no Japan run.
Oh, it's possible. It's definitely possible. I'm doing one in GT4.
Oh yeah, how's that coming along?
I just gotta get the car for the GT World Challenge and then just do it. Which there's plenty of non-Japanese options for it.
GT4, you say?
GT4, yeah.
Mercedes.
There's the CLK GTR from the Noob Trap.
Why is it called the Noob Trap again?
Because
something.
People will win it and think, oh, this is gonna be so competitive. And it takes serious skill to actually make it so. Because
something I probably don't have.
It doesn't have as much downforce. And it's heavier than the Group C cars.
I was gonna say, I think it was the 88 CV that I won GT World with.
And my further restriction from my No Japan run is technically I could reuse the Pescarolo. And I really love the Pescarolo C60. I actually really fell really hard in love with that car. There. I am restricting myself from using it. Or its Peugeot powered counterpart. I cannot, even though they are not Japanese cars, they're French. It's because I don't want to beat the game with the same car.
Right.
I want to use a different car. I want to force myself to use a different car. So
use the Minister of Defense's car.
The fucking Camaro LM, yeah. No.
Yeah, Camaro LM.
No, you know what car I really fell in love with in GT4 after I finished streaming the game? C1 Corvette.
Yeah, because of
like
really broken stats.
Yeah, because like I saw a YouTube short from God, what was her name?
T-Kanji?
Yeah, T-Kanji. Like, alright, you have good eeps. You eep good. I remember T-Kanji showing up in my chat a couple of times, actually. It was actually kind of cool. Seeing, like, a Gran Turismo content creator just chilling in my chat. I'm just like, oh my god, what do I even say to this guy?
I will say, I don't like a lot of online gaming communities. The community for the early Gran Turismo games at least seems to be pretty chill.
But, like, I watched his video on the C1 Corvette, and like copied that setup, and ever since then I've just been like, it's a road machine that I'm just like, damn, I wish I used this more on streams.
Like,
because it's such a good car.
One of the things I love about the community for the early Gran Turismo games, compared to say something like iRacing. iRacing, now granted, it's a very different environment, because iRacing does online esports competitions, so people are going to treat it more like a competition. They're not going to share setup information. They're going to keep that shit guarded, because some of that could be, like, if that leaks, I mean, they could give their opponent an advantage that they don't want to give them. It's more of a sport, but thus some of the community aspect gets lost. Gran Turismo, the early Gran Turismo games, people will just freely share, like, a lot of people will freely share, like, here's the setup I use. Here's how to get better at the game. Here's some of the weird quirks. And we kind of celebrate the quirks of it. Because they're early racing games. But what I like about, like, well, yes, there are some people who, like, cool about these games. And yes, GT4 is my favorite game. But calling it the best racing game that will ever be made, there is so much potential to take with the formulas of Gran Turismo 2 and 4 and really expand upon it. It's what drives me crazy about the racing game community is they look at old racing games like, well, this is the best we'll ever have, but so many of them have weird quirks or problems and shit, when it's like, no, we should be saying, no, these shouldn't just be the best we'll ever have, because we can do better. We can learn from these amazing games.
Welcome back.
So, if we can learn from these amazing games, take what works about them, then and go, okay, let's add something from another game. Or, like, the point I'm trying to make is, people should be, the racing game community should be more open to taking formulas and improving upon them. And they would be if anyone were to actually fucking do it.
Ooh, you know what game I could probably stream at some point? Need for Speed Carbon. Because I love that one as well.
My
You could
suggestion...
do Carbon. You could also do Most Wanted.
Here's my suggestion. Do the Black Box 4. Underground, Underground 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon.
Wait, Underground and Underground 2 were Black Box?
Yes.
I must have forgotten that.
Yeah, those were all part of that Black Box lineage. You can add Undercover if you want to suffer, but...
I mean, it's Twitch, so probably. Although, do you add PS2 or PS3 Undercover?
Let's do PS2 just for shit's getting up. Yeah, let's torture his fun now.
I mean, I have a PS2 emulator. That's how I did those Gran Turismo streams.
You can play these games through PC very easily. It's not hard. And they native. You don't have to fuck with emulators. You will have to install some quality of life mods, but that's fine, in my opinion. Like, they just help make the game nicer. 591 horsepower limit in a... Knowing I'm playing the A-Spec mod. Oh, I don't have the IA license. Okay.
I could do another playthrough of GT4, but with that mod that just does all those improvements and shit.
I would say, Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. I do like the mod, but I am one who criticizes it for changing the progression in ways I don't think work as well.
I don't think Gran Turismo 4 needed too much of a change in progression. So what did they do?
They moved the Gran Turismo World Championship to the professional the Extreme League, and they've removed the requirement for the Extreme League to be unlocked by completing all the other events in the other two series and in the other two calls. I think it's just, and they reduced the game completion percentage to unlock the endurance event. I think Extreme Hall just needs some other thing.
Makes a
Granted-
bit of sense because I mean, how often do you go to the Extreme Hall?
Not
It's more of a post-game thing, isn't it?
what I don't
But I
like.
think why it's more of a post-game experience as well as the endurance is because of the restrictions.
Mhm. But the restrictions help give it a more of a progression. They also, because of the lack of, hey, you have to complete everything first. If you have a car and the license, you can just skip straight to GT World Challenge. You know, I like the progression of GT4 a lot. I like that it's a balance.
good.
It strikes a great balance between being open, but also not being so open. Like it closes off at good points. I mean, it's restrictive. It's just restrictive enough to give you a good feeling of progression, but just open enough to give you a lot of options on how you want to progress.
I'm a bit mixed on it because, like, I don't know, like, try to figure out whether that, like, what should and shouldn't be end game and all that.
Honestly, though, I will say GT4's progression is not perfect. There should have been a smoother build up to the GT World Challenge. There should have been more events with race cars. There should have been more. Honestly, I think Gran Turismo 2 does it better. They have their like leagues and such, but I do like Gran Turismo 4's structure itself.
I will say I can kind of see where you would say that, because I remember when I was playing through 4, and like the only event, like there's like a few events, like most of the events in the main progression are street vehicles. And, like, you get to Gran Turismo World Championship, and it's, like, these prototype speed machines. And it's a whole other level of, like...
Yeah, it's a bit of an extreme gap there.
Yeah.
Like, if they eased you into it a little better, it'd probably feel a little better, but, like...
Like, if you do, it's a less of a jump if you... I think the developers were thinking, okay, you're going to explore all the halls and then get to this. Because you're going to need to grind a car and for a car and shit. But you can still get to the GT World Challenge without driving a single race car beforehand. And driving a race car is so much of a different experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, Gran Turismo 2 does a better job of easing you into this shit. But even that has its flaws. My dream Gran Turismo game would, for single player, would actually merge elements of GT4 and GT2. I love that Gran Turismo 4's main progression forces you to have a variety of cars. And very different cars. Like, yes, you need a front-engine car. We also need a car with a boxer engine.
Exactly. That's part of what I like about GT4 is you can
need
do
so many
all
different
challenges,
cars,
but you can't sort of just cheese it and just use one thing for everything. You know, like
you gotta have a dedicated vehicle for every type.
It forces you to drive different vehicles. It
forces you to experience multiple car types, multiple cars. Like, how many people would play a racing game, see a car that's in it, and just always use the same car?
I'm guilty of that with the Honda S2000. I will gravitate towards that because I love that car. Gran Turismo 2, right now I'm driving a race-modified S2000. So I've also invested a bunch of money into this.
I will say, I think I tried with GT3 as well to just kind of have dedicated vehicles for every type. Even though, like, you didn't necessarily have to do that. I distinctly remember, and I remember doing, I think it was an all-wheel drive challenge, but I had the Tommy Kyra ZZ2.
Ooh.
And I remember one of the races, I think it was Special Stage Route 5 Reverse. Someone got stuck on that hairpin for the whole race.
Ooh, yeah, their AI isn't exactly smart.
It was like a Subaru or something.
See,
And I remember passing by him for each of those few laps, and I'm like, dude, you have a reverse gear. Back that fucking car up, dude.
so
Back that ass up and go around.
Like, it's not impossible. Cars are meant to go forward and backward.
so
Oh, no, I don't have that kind of rear air suspension.
Alright.
Ooh,
I remember, like, specifically on that stream, going back to watch that replay because I didn't catch what happened. And I was like, okay, I want to see what happened. And he literally just, like, I think it was, like, he sort of sent it, but, like, oversteered it. And it just got stuck driving forward into that inner wall for the entire race. And the game never once thought, oh shit, well maybe this guy needs to, like, back up and keep going or something. And I was having a good laugh at it.
like, okay, I've actually thought about, like, what my dream Gran Turismo game would look like. I would keep the beginner and professional hull, well, from Gran Turismo 4, expand upon it a bit with a few more car types and some with more, like, have some more restrictions. Sunday Cup, like, have some races with a bit more tighter restrictions.
I'd probably keep and grow most of the GT4, like the events and all that.
And definitely in the professional league, introduce race cars there, but introduce them in the low end, like GT300.
Like, yeah, ease players into it a little bit more.
But then, what I would do for the single player, and then once you complete professional, instead of being tossed right in the GT world, and then you unlock Gran Turismo 2 style Gran Turismo League, and in GT2. It has 3 different tiers. They have the National League, which is usually road cars. I think they're all road cars in the base game. But, and A-Spec mod really changes it by adding race cars to some of them. And I would use that for race cars. Yes, I would still have your regional events, but have more of a build-up to the Gran Turismo World Championship. Have it be the GT World Challenge, and have it be, okay, you have these different regional championships you have to go complete. Like in GT2, you have the Japan Nationals, US Nationals, UK, French, Italian, and German, and the Nationals. Then you have the 2 leagues leading in, the Euro League and the Pacific League, where it's like Pacific is America and Japan, Euro League is Germany, all those other brands. And you have the Gran Turismo World League in this game. And that should be the late game. That should, what I would adjust from Gran Turismo 2, maybe not have so many, because you're going to have a bunch of events leading in. Maybe just keep, like, a single, have a few regional championships and various different race cars growing in speed. Have slower race cars move up to, like, GT2, have Super GT style. My dream would be to introduce multi-class racing there too. Have some different championships, and all centered around race cars. Introduce pitch strategy. Then, once you've completed them, then do GT World. No, and that's your fucking Le Mans prototype cars. There's with full pitch strategy, all the bells and whistles. It helps gradually lean the player more into that, and again, forces them to experience a wider variety of cars. There's a variety of different racing classes. Basically advocating for a league dedicated to race cars. And then keep the Extreme League as a bonus post-game thing, but use it for, like, Formula 1, I think, should still be a post-game thing. And I think Formula 1 being post-game is really cool. But then still keep, like, give them mix the post-game events more of the weirder one. And still I still like that GT4 lacked endurance racing behind a game from completion percentage, because that prevents what can happen in GT3, where you can just win a Formula 1 car and cheese the entire fucking game. Super early on. Like, as soon as you get your first fucking car. But then, the endurance races, there you can have multi-class stuff and such. And those can be a nice extra. But then I would also, for this dream game, take Gran Turismo 7 online and expand it. Make private lobbies actually function. And add 2 more daily races. And these daily races would include like a fairly, like a long, like hour-long one. And at least one where tuning is required. Because I don't like that GT7's main online, for the most part, tuning is just not a thing. My favorite thing to do in Gran Turismo 7 is to build up and tweak a car. That's my favorite thing to do in that game. It's one of the only things you can do and have fun with, but it's genuinely fun.
Actually, I remember earlier, and I know this is a little off topic, but it still pertains to Gran Turismo. I think you said something earlier about GT3, stretching content. And just a moment ago, I was thinking about that statement, and I remembered the 3 Gran Turismo World Championships you had to do to complete the game.
It's a little bit much.
It was a lot. I had fun with it. I will say, I enjoyed using the RX-7 LM for a lot of that.
It's not to say that GT3 isn't fun. The game is
but you can tell they were stretching as much of that out as they could.
They were trying to stretch because they wanted to be at least in somewhat of the launch window of the PS2. They didn't make launch, but they wanted at least to be in the launch window.
If they didn't stretch it out as much as they did, maybe they could have made